some spots up front. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. My name's Julie. For those of you I don't know, it's so exciting to have all of you here. Start in child's pose. Take your knees wide, bring your toes together, press your hands flat. It's exciting when it's cold out and it's warm in here. And what's actually more exciting is this community. Kathy, you can come right by me. I woke up this morning and was like, yes, I get to teach community class. There's something really cool about the vibe on a Saturday. There's all these people together in one space, breathing in and breathing out. That's what the practice is. So if this is your first time on the mat, welcome. If this is your 700th and 50th time on the mat, welcome. It's actually all the same, because this moment has never happened before. Wake up the whole time you practice. Do you want to come over here? It's not so cold. There's a space. That's okay. I'll make a space. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Go here. Just go close to Kathy. Breathe in. Exhale. Roll your forehead side to side. Press the center of your forehead down into the middle of your mat. Lift your hands up. Press each and every one of your fingers down. Downward facing dog. Slide your fingers up, tuck your toes under, bend your legs. Walk your legs out. So bend your right leg, bend your left leg. 100% of your focus goes to your toes. Rise up to your tippy toes. Release your heels back. Rise up to your tippy toes. Release your heels back. Rise up to your tippy toes. Release your heels back. Lift your right leg up. Bend your knee. Take your heels to your bottom. Roll your ankle. Squeeze your toes to the bottom of your foot. Lift up really tall onto your tippy left toes. Stretch your right leg behind you. Place it on the earth. With a breath in, lift your left leg. With a breath out, bend your knee, take your heel to your bottom. Movement in your, Louisa, you can, we'll make a room maybe down here. Look back at your right toes. Stretch your leg behind you. Place it on the earth. Walk or jump up to the front of your mat. Lift halfway, flatten out your back. Hold here. Take your hands onto the outside of your legs. Press your hands into your legs. Press your legs into your hands, fold. Grab opposite elbow and sway all the way right, pause. Sway all the way left, pause. And then go side to side, but do it on purpose. So everything that you do for the next hour, you do on purpose. Wake up to what's happening here now. Release your arms to the floor, bring your toes to touch. Leave space between your heels. Rise all the way up. Reach your arms over your head. Bring your hands to your heart. So begin your practice with this intention to stay present. I was talking to a friend last night about being present, and there's so many ways to step outside of reality. But when you just stand in it, there's amazing things that happen. So be present with your feet, your toes, your legs. Inhale. Reach your arms up. Watch your hands. Exhale, fold to the floor. Breathe out. Lift halfway. Chaturanga. So it's a high push-up, and then you enter into a low push-up. Then just upward facing dog. Now, I know you love me, downward facing dog. Take it all with breath. Breathe in. Punctuate your exhale. That means breathe out a lot. Bend your knees, hover them just above the mat. Look at your toes. Roll out so that your pinky toe on each foot has connection to your mat. Bend your knees, they hover just above the mat. Look in between your hands. Jump up to the front of your mat. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Reach all the way up. Hi. Fold all the way back down. Lift halfway. Chaturanga. You can take chaturanga on your toes or you can use your knees. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Stretch from your fingers out through your toes. Walk or jump up to the front of your mat. You decide. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Rise up, reach. Hook your thumbs, lean back. So what's happening now is that your feet press to the earth. There's actually nothing else that matters. Your body and the sensations are what keeps you here now. Your thoughts take you forward and back. You actually don't need them. You're here now. Fold to the floor. Keep your eyes open the whole time. Wake up. Lift halfway. Chaturanga. Anytime you start to think, come back to sensation. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Breathe out just as long as you inhale. Walk or jump up. Sun A. Again, lift halfway. It's different this time. Fold all the way. Rise up, reach. Look beyond your fingers. Fold as you exhale. Lift halfway. Chaturanga. Your elbows point straight back to the purple wall. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Make space when you practice. Breathe out. Walk or jump up. Lift halfway. Fold. Reach up. Consume yourself with thoughts of reaching up. Now fold all the way down. Watch your body fold. Lift halfway. Your back is flat. Take chaturanga and press your hands down onto your mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Walk up to the front of your mat. Lift halfway. Fold. Squat, chair pose, sit down. Reach your arms up. So in chair pose, bring your toes together. Leave space between your heels. Right. So get present to the sensation in your quadriceps. Those are those big muscles on the front of your legs. Now, shift your attention, your present thought, up to your fingertips. Wiggle them out. Yes. Now look up at your fingers. Press your feet down. Fold to the earth. Lift halfway. Chaturanga. Your hands are down onto the mat. And then upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot warrior one. Press your back foot flat. Your arms up. Your hands are down. Chaturanga. Stay with your breath and the whole thing works. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot warrior one. Your back foot is flat. Bring your hands down. Step chaturanga. Stay with your breath. Go ahead. Don't worry so much about doing it perfectly. Just stay here now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, here. Find a way to connect to your body in this moment. It's talking to you. Listen. Jump up to the front of your mat. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Squat, chair pose, reach. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Chaturanga. You can always step to down dog as a variation. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Drop perfect and just flow. Bring your hands down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot, warrior one. Your arms are up. Bring your hands down, chaturanga. See, if you're in this moment, it's already working. It's already perfect. When you think about what you didn't do, that's the past. What you think about what you should do, that's the future. And then that's when the chaos erupts. If you breathe here right now, it's actually all exactly the way it's supposed to be. Jump up to the front of your mat. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Squat, chair pose. Listen to your body talk. You're in chair pose, your feet are flat. Sit down in chair pose. Reach your arms up in chair pose. Pick up your toes so the ball and the heel of your foot does all the work. Keep breathing. That's it, Steph. Relax your jaw. Bring your toes together. Create space between your heels. Fold. Lift halfway. Chaturanga. Your yoga practice is the way that you become connected with your body. Up dog, down dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Pause. Bend down a lot in your right leg. Yeah. You want your knee right over your ankle. And then when you bend down in your right leg, you automatically bring feeling and sensation into your back leg. The edge of your left foot is flat, so it's actually down onto the mat. Yes. With breath, bend your right leg. With breath, guide your left leg back. Invite a discussion from your body to come in all the time. We use your breath to do that. Bring your hands down, high plank position, pause. It's like a high push-up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your hands flat. And then get curious about if your pinky toe is down on the mat. Sometimes I only have 8 toes down, and you'll want all 10. You might use your knees in high plank if you begin to droop. Take your eyes out to about 12 o'clock. Bring your shoulder blades together on your back. Lower halfway down to low plank, your elbows are behind you. Your feet stay flat if your knees are down. So in low plank, your belly actually isn't on the floor. In low plank, your belly actually isn't on the floor. In low plank, your belly actually isn't on the floor. Now, upward facing dog, just your hands and your feet touch. Bend your elbows, press your heart through, yes. Now identify the lowest part of your belly muscle and roll back. Downward facing dog, breathe in, bark out. Roll out to high plank position. Pause. Pause. Everything you need to know, all the truth that you want to find out, it's right here. It's showing up on your mat. Your body tells you everything you need to know. It's simple like that. You just listen. Now lower halfway to low plank. Look out in front of you. Low plank. Pause. Be still. That's challenge. Upward facing dog. Bend your elbows. Bend your elbows. Press your heart through. If you're really flexible, lift up out of your flexibility. Yes, use your strength. Press your hands down. Press your hands down. Is it challenging? Roll back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Somebody asked me for a challenge this week. They're going to get it. Breathe out. Step your left foot to warrior one, and then you stay here. So when you allow yourself to marinate in one pose, it becomes that much better. It's like anything you put in the refrigerator overnight. You want your left foot to be at the front of your mat and move it way up. There's a lot of space in between your right foot and your left foot, so your right foot goes up here where my finger is, and then your left foot goes back here. Yes, if you're really flexible, lift up out of your flexibility and use some strength. That's it, yeah. Now guide your right hip forward as you press your feet down into the earth. Pick up your left toes and let the sensation just rise up from your foot into your leg. Reach your arms up. Keep breathing in and out. Again, a deep inhale to reach your arms up. A deep exhale to ground your feet into the earth. Chaturanga. You can flow through this, or you can just step to down dog. They're both awesome variations. In down dog, pause. Lift your right leg. Bend your heel to your bottom. Move your ankle. Look at your right foot under your left arm. Look at your right foot under your left arm. Flip your dog. Stand on both of your feet. Now reach your arm up. Then travel your arm back down the brick wall into a wheel pose. Your feet are flat. So when you press your feet down, you lift your bottom up. Lift your bottom up, yes. The answer is you can. Watch your arm, just travel it down to the floor and then place it down for wheel pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Carefully flip back over to a three-legged dog. Lift your right leg in the air. Place it down. Lift your left leg up. Bend your heel to your bottom. You can see your left foot under your right armpit. Flip. Stand on your feet. Now reach up and back. Where your intention goes, your energy flows. But if you're thinking about groceries, if you're thinking about Friday night, you're not going anywhere. You've got to be here now. You can't drive backwards, only to park. Right. There you go. Think about whatever's coming up. You think it, and then you get back into your body so that you can take your arm and place it on the floor and wheel. Carefully flip back over to a three-legged dog. Lift your left leg up. Place it down. Jump up to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Your spine is flat. Exhale, fold. Squat, chair pose, reach. Bend your arms to two 90-degree angles. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring your toes together, your feet apart. Imagine that there are bolts on either side of your hips. Press your hips into the midline and squat down like you're sitting on someone's lap behind you. Stretch your arms straight up to the ceiling. Fold all the way to the floor. Lift halfway. Take chaturanga. Take it all on. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Breathe in. Open up, spread apart, warrior two. Flip your palm up, reverse. Right palm up, wrap it, reach back. When you reverse your warrior, your right knee actually stays bent. And with your left arm behind your back, you can remind yourself to stay bent in your right leg. Breathe the whole time so you create something. Something's happening now. There's change, there's transformation. Reach back so far you straighten your front leg. Come back to warrior two, pause. Look at your right fingers. Allow your spine to be straight up and down from 12 to 6. Spread your fingers out wide. They're actually a part of your body. Engage them. And then there's some conversation that's happening from inside. Listen. And when you want to stop, you stay, because that's where the pose begins. That's where the growing happens. In warrior two, you have a deep bend in your right leg. Keep your arms up. Relax your shoulders down. Cartwheel your hands down. Chaturanga. You can go to down dog. You just pick what you need and you decide. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot to warrior one. Inhale when you do that. Open to warrior two. Face the yellow wall. Reverse warrior. Flip your left palm up. Wrap your right arm behind your back. There's no right or wrong way to do yoga, but what your work is to know your way, because that's the way. And sometimes that involves sweating. Sometimes that involves crying. But until you figure out what you need, you're doing something for someone else, and that actually isn't what's going to get you somewhere. You decide. You decide. You decide that you have a deep bend in your left leg. You decide that you really bend down and stretch. Reach back so far you straighten your left leg. Come back to warrior two. Look at your left fingers. Pause. Be completely in warrior two. Press your feet down. If you're thinking, feel something. Press your feet down. Wiggle your toes. Consume yourself with thoughts of what you feel versus what you think. Look at your left fingers. The answer is you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Cartwheel your hands down. High plank. Pause. Right side plank. Place your right hand in the middle of the mat. Lift your left arm up. You might go into tree pose. You might drop your right knee down. Wherever you are, your left arm goes straight up to the ceiling, And then your right hand has a lot of responsibility. You want to spread out all 10 of your fingers, so your hand that's on the earth and your hand that's up to the ceiling. Reach your left arm back like you're going to reach toward my voice, the yellow wall, way over here, and open your chest. Left side plank. Place your left hand down, reach your right arm up. Breathe. Do you know why the yoga practice is what it is? It's because it actually is made to force you to be in conversation with yourself. You have to hang up the phone with this conversation you have in your head all day, and you have to listen. It actually makes you listen. When you shake, you're alive. There's shaking going on. It's what you're thinking about, right? Bring sensation like that into your body. If not, do something to make it happen. Cartwheel your hands down, chaturanga, downward facing dog. If you feel, then you are here now. Up dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to crescent lunge, reach your arms up. In crescent lunge, your heel is up, and all of your toes face the brick wall. Bring your hands to your heart, twist. Your left elbow outside of your right knee. Did you know that child's pose is available anytime you practice? You're doing the practice as long as you're breathing in and out. The asana movement on top of that is just there as something else. That's not the practice. The practice is being in a conversation with yourself the entire time you practice. Your heel is up. Lift your left heel up so that your heel is over your toes. Open your arms if you wish and lift your belly up off of your thigh. Use the strength in your entire core. It starts in the middle of your knees and goes all the way up. Crescent lunge, reach your arms to the ceiling. Open to warrior two, extended side angle. Drop your right arm to your ankle, lift your left arm up. Stuff, create more space in between your feet. So put your right foot here, right here, right here. And then press back. You're going to get all kinds of sensation here. Are you okay there? Straight. Bend. Your right knee is bent. Your right knee is bent. Yes. Bend your left arm behind your back. Tuck it into an imaginary pocket that you might have on a pair of yoga pants that might not be there. And that way you open your chest. Peek down at your knee and just make sure that you have a bend in your right knee. And if your leg is asking you to not have a bend, just go ahead and keep a bend there. Because you're going to want to notice your right leg, and if you don't bend it, it will just go to sleep. And your job in this next practice time is to wake up. Wake up. Stretch your left arm to the brick wall. Stretch your right arm to the brick wall. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, if you're going like this, you need to open up like this and be about a yes. Cartwheel your hands down, chaturanga, downward facing dog. It's a decision that you make. Up dog, downward facing dog. Step your left foot, crescent lunge, reach your arms up. Breathe. Heel up, your right heel is up. All of your toes face the brick wall. Did you know you can take crescent lunge on your knee? And it's not you suck at yoga pose, it's you bring something different into your body. It's a totally different pose, it's a variation of it. Right. So your heel is up, all of your toes touch, bring your hands to your heart. Twist your right elbow outside of your left knee, open up to the bathroom wall. You can keep your hands together, you can open your arms. They're just two different ways to explore this pose. And so maybe you try one and then pick the other. If you're thinking, do something to bring sensation back into your body. If there's someone assisting your body, you need to find a way to connect to what they're asking from your body. Lift your belly up off your thigh. Louisa, lift your heel up. Yep, so all of your toes face forward. Lift your belly up off of your thigh. Press down into your feet. Crescent lunge, reach through the brick wall. Open to warrior two. Extended side angle. Drop your left arm down, reach your right arm up. So your left arm is a suggestion. You don't want to hang heavy on your left arm. It's just there as a guide. So just guide your left knee back with your left arm. You can let your fingers just hang down to the floor, nice new yoga mat. Your arm reaches up to the ceiling. You can use a block, you can use a water bottle. Press your feet down. Bend your right arm behind your back, tuck it into a pocket, and then open your chest. You get to have sensation in your shoulders. Stretch your shoulder out. Open your chest. Reach your right arm to the brick wall. Reach your left arm to the brick wall. Now bring your whole right shoulder back toward my voice, toward the bathroom wall. Open your chest and bend down in your leg. Cartwheel your hands down, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Breathe when you do that. Now upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Bark out. Breathe here. Connection to your hands as you press them down. In, out. Jump up to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, fold. Squat, chair pose, reach up. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist to the yellow wall. Your left elbow outside of your right knee. Bend down more in your legs. Bend down more in your legs. You want to have both of your knees bent to the same level. Pick up your toes. Press your feet down. Pick up your toes. Press your feet down. Open your arms. Twist. Every breath in, every breath out, you twist. Now, if you're really flexible, I want you to press down into your feet and lift up out of the soil of your hips. Yes. Find some strength in the pose. Breathe in and out. Let your toes be easy. Use your feet. Twist from your spine. The whole thing rings out. Chair pose, squat, reach to the brick wall. Fold. Grab your peace fingers around your big toes. Lift halfway. Fold. You can do this pose on your bottom, or you can do this pose from standing. It actually works your hamstrings, the back of your legs, in the same way. I bend my knees a lot to get my fingers wrapped around my toes, and you might find that a bend in your knees gets you there. You want to make a connection with your fingers and your toes, and you want to wrap them right around your big toes. Place your left hand on a block or a water bottle. If you don't have one, just grab one next time. Take your right leg out to the yellow wall. Keep your fingers wrapped around your toe. So it's not about how high you go. It's not actually about that. It's about bringing sensation into your bottom, to your glutes. Keep your fingers around your toe. Once you drop the E in ego, you can actually go somewhere. Get rid of your ego. Drop the E and go. No one's looking how high your leg is up. Promise yourself that you have sensation on both sides of your glutes. Pick your left hand up, place it on your heart, breathe here. Fold, release. Switch sides, wrap your peace fingers around your left big toe. Take your left foot out to the bathroom wall. You stand now on your right leg. Let your toes be easy. And then you consume yourself with a conversation from your energetic self to your physical self. You listen. Let your body talk. Let your body talk. Take your leg out to the bathroom wall. Lift your right hand up. Place it on your heart. Breathe here. Fold. Shake your legs out. Bend your legs. Squat, chair pose. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist your right elbow outside of your left knee. Do you want to know a trick? Some of you heard me say this before. The more that you sit down in your legs, the more access you have to this pose. Open your arms. You want to imagine your bottom getting broad and wide across the back wall so that both cheeks have an opportunity to press onto the wall. Lift your toes up. Your focus is on your spine. It just twists out every time you breathe. And your feet are flat on the earth. The sweat's just a distraction. It's like life. There's lots of distractions. Stay here inside. When you're inside, it all works. There's nothing to fear. Chair pose, reach up. Exhale, fold. Slide your hands under your feet. Press your toes to your wrist. Press your fingers to the bottom of your feet. This is another one that might feel good to sit down and do, or have a deep, deep bend in your legs so that you can stretch the back of your legs, your hamstrings. Move into the middle of your mat, crow pose. If you're brand new to yoga, squat and goddess squat. It looks just like this. You'll take your feet wide and bring your hands to your heart. Your elbows go in the inside of your thighs, and then you'll just open your hands, place your hands flat, and guide your knees to the outside of your triceps. You lift one foot up and then the other foot up. It's a time to move into the pose. So it's not a watch asana, it's a do asana. If you're in crow pose, resist the temptation to drop to your head. Instead, straighten your arms out, Jess, and go to crane. All the way straight, all the way straight, all the way straight, all the way straight. Yes? Michelle, arms straight. Go, go. Yep, crow pose, it's available to you. Crane is crow, but you straighten your arms out. Press your hands down, lift your toes up. Stacy, take your gaze out a little bit more toward 12 o'clock. Breathe in and out. Try something on. If it doesn't fit, just try something else on. Release, hero pose. Bring your knees together, take your feet wide, sit down. You can sit on a block, but you'll want to have your knees down. Take your hands and press the outside edges of your feet to either wall. Yep, sit up tall. Sit up tall. Now, if you're not on a block and you'd like some more stretch in the front of your legs, you can begin to slowly move down to your back, but be sure that your knees don't come up off of the floor. You want to keep them down. They're welcome to separate, but you want to keep them flat. And just go until you have some stretch. And if you're really flexible, going all the way down might take you out of your body. You want to stay inside. Because everything you need to know, all the truth is right inside. Breathe here. In and out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Exhale. Come up to a tabletop position. So your spine is flat, your shoulders are right over your wrists. Stretch your right arm to the brick wall, stretch your left arm back, left foot back. That would be hard, your left arm and your right arm. You want your right arm up by your ear, and you want your left toes to face the floor. Bend your left knee. Hold on to your left foot with your right hands. Lift up, up, out of your flexibility. Tammy, you can use a strap if you want to, and your assistant can give it to you. Release, switch sides. Your left arm, your right leg. Straight out at first. Bend your right knee. Hold on to it with your left hand. The less that you think and the more that you move, the more like living you're doing. Wake up. Wake up to your life. It actually is amazing. Just wake up to it. Wake up. Stretch apart. Step to downward facing dog. Create movement in your legs. Bend your right leg. Bend your left leg. Jump up to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold back down. Rise all the way up. Right side eagle. Your right arm under. Your right leg over. Wrap, squat, sit. It's kind of like chair pose. So your right arm under. Your right leg over. And squat down. Balance is 100% mental, so your right leg in front. Has nothing to do with your body. Your right leg in front. Squeeze your inner thighs together, attach to all those muscles that wrap to the bone. Squeeze them into the center. Breathe a lot. Invite that conversation into your body. That's all that you have to do. That's the work. That's what makes the pose a challenge. Come out of the pose, reach your arms up, take your left arm under, your left leg over. Wrap, squat, sit. Pause. Pause. Then when you pause, be completely prepared to stay awake. You've addressed the alarm clock and you're awake, but now it's your job to stay awake. No napping, no snoozing, no autopilots. Just stay awake. Reach up out of the pose, bring your hands to your hips, pause. Pause without fixing your shirt, without editing yourself, because you already work. Hold on to your right knee with your right hand. You could maybe grab your right foot. Stand tall in your left leg. If you grab your foot, be sure that your spine stays straight from 12 to 6. Switch hands, take your left hand on your right leg or foot and twist behind you, dancing Shiva. Now, when you get into a pose, if you're like, it's over, find a way to wake up. Maybe that means you stretch your fingers out. Maybe that means you press your left foot down. Wake up. It's so awesome. Come back to the center, take your leg behind you, airplane pose. Press your palms down like they're pressing onto a counter. Lift your chest up like it's gonna fly out beyond the windowsill. And then if you turn your right toes down to the floor, Kylie, turn your toes down a little bit. Yeah, now press your foot back and guide your heart forward. Your left leg may have left the conversation you're having with your body, so bend it, and then you'll get a stretch on the bottom part of your glutes. If your toes are white, that means they're doing too much work. Release them. Walk your hands down your left leg, standing split. Kick your right leg into the air. Take your hands and wrap them around your left ankle. Don't think about it. Just take your hands and wrap them around your left ankle. Take your hands and wrap them around your left ankle. Guide your torso to the floor. Fold. Shake everything out. Shake your head. Drop a thought that you came up with. And then rise all the way up. Stand. Reach your arms up. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your left knee. Hold on to it with your left hand or your foot. So when you feel like you want to go, it's like, where are you going? When you find it's chaotic or it's stressful, you're usually not here. Because all that's happening here is you're standing in an amazingly warm room when it's 12 degrees outside. It all works. Switch your right hand on your left knee or your foot, twist behind you. So allow a twist and then take your eyes. Breathe. Come back to the center, airplane pose. Take your left leg behind you. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms together. Kind of looks like this. And the way that I keep myself awake in this pose, interlace, like you're holding hands. Yep, there you go. So the way I stay awake in this pose is I really, really notice if there's any air in between my palms. So Stacy. There you go. There you go. Right. What that'll do is it'll bring you into focus on your hands. It'll also engage your chest. Bend your right knee. Bend your right knee. Just a smidgen. Let your toes go, Jess. Use your feet. That's it. That's it. That's it. Press your foot back and press your foot down. Walk your hands down your right leg, standing split. You can have your hands on the floor at first, and then guide your hands and wrap them around your ankle. And then just let your spine tip toward your leg. Charlotte, guide her leg up, 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 up. Fold, release. Rise all the way up and stand in right side tree pose. Another one that you could do on your back. You'll place your right foot on your left leg, and it doesn't actually matter where it goes. Just use caution when your foot is against your knee. You want to have it above or below your knee so that you're not pressing onto a joint. Switch sides, left side. These are the poses that are the most challenging to stay present. Practice. Don't judge yourself, just practice. Release, stand at the front of your mat, reach your arms all the way to the ceiling, fold back down to the floor. Lift halfway, step to high plank, lower slowly down onto your belly, locust pose. Reach your arms behind you, turn your toes in, lift your arms, lift your chest. Locust pose is kind of like airplane pose on the floor. So you'll want to have your legs straight, your toes are in, your heels are out. That's actually floor bow pose, and we're doing locust pose. So take your legs straight, lift your arms, lift your legs up. Yeah, just like airplane pose on the floor. Lift your belly up into your spine. Right, now, take all of these thoughts and put them on your glutes. Relax your bottom. Don't have a tight ass. Just relax it. Be easy. Stretch your arms to the brick wall. Super person pose. Lift your arms up. Make a little bit more core, a little more inner thighs. Let your glutes go. Release out. Bend your knees. Hold on to your feet. Now it's time for floor bow. So hold on to your feet. You can have your thighs down or lift them up. Rise up out of the pose. Hold on to your ankles. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Least I can do for kicking your leg. Right, so try and hold down by your ankles, and then you can lift your chest up. Yes. Open your heart. Make a connection to your legs. Breathe here. Eyes open. Stay awake. Wake up, wake up. Release out. Take your knees side to side. Roll onto your back. Bridge pose. If it's your first time, just sit up and watch. Your head is at the brick wall. Your feet are back here. It's a little odd, but it's okay. Rise up. Bridge pose. Rise up. All the way up. So notice, when you do things out of habit, it's not bad. It's just you're numb to yourself. Do you get up out of bed on the same side every morning? Do you brush your teeth or put your contacts in at the same time, in progression? It's not bad, but if you just take your mind to maybe tomorrow morning you put your contacts in first and brush your teeth second, vice versa, you'll bring a whole set of life, of presence into your morning. Release out. Take your knees side to side. Rise up again. Bridge pose. You can move right into wheel pose. You reach your arms up to the ceiling. Place your hands flat. Press your feet down. Lift your body up. In wheel pose, pick your right leg up. Send it up to the fans. Place your right leg down. Lift your left leg up. Take it up to the fans. Place it down. Come out. Take your knees side to side. Windshield wiper. Rise up, bridge your wheel pose, and go up there. Stay up there and breathe. So what you'll do is go into the pose, and if you're in wheel, stretch your right arm to your right knee. Stretch your left arm to your left knee, and then just stand up out of the pose. Stand up, keep your head back. That's it, that's it, that's it. Stand all the way up, 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 all the way up, Kathy Winter, yes. Release out, take your knees side to side, Supta Baddha Konasana. Press your feet together like they're a spine of a book, and take your knees out wide. Grab your inner thighs, pull them back towards your hips. Open up the front side of your body, wake up. You've got buzz, you've got a hum that's rushing through your body. What you do is breathe in and out and enjoy that sensation. You just brought life into yourself. You walked in here with it. You just dug it up. Hug your knees to your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Pull your shins in. Now guide your tailbone down to the floor. Yes. Grab in between your feet and take happy baby pose. You can hold on the inside or the outside. You'll know what to do because you'll just be guided by sensation. Do you know it's only 87 degrees in here?
It's freezing.
It's so cold. We need to bring a space heater in, Chris. Take your legs straight up. Make a triangle with your pointer finger and your thumb and guide it underneath your back. So place your hands underneath your bottom and the other 8 fingers pressed to the mat. Steph, butt down. Butt down. Good. Now, drop your right foot to the earth. Straight out in front of you. Scoot back a little bit. Drop your left leg to the floor. Lift your feet up. Hover them just an inch above the floor. Lift your shoulders up. Look at your toes. Decide if you need a pedicure. Wiggle your feet out, wiggle your toes out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take your legs all the way up to the ceiling. Take your left leg, hover it just above the floor. Stretch it out in front of you. Pause. Take your right leg, stretch it out just above the floor. Pause. Lift your shoulders up, look at your toes, wiggle, jiggle. Take your feet for a walk. Rise all the way up to the ceiling. Hug your knees to your chest. Roll one time. Stretch out your back. Come up to downward facing dog. You can move through vinyasa if that fits in your practice. You'll face the back of the room in downward facing dog. Yet resist this urge to go back to what you always do. Resist it. That's what keeps you present, because you're all consumed with thoughts about wanting to face the brick wall. Face the purple wall. Stand in your discomfort. Take right side half pigeon. Right side half pigeon. It's actually the same thing, you're just facing the back of the room. If you get up and just grab a cup of coffee, if you get up and just check your iPhone, it's not bad, but you're just numb. You're actually not alive. So instead, just do all of those things, but do them in reverse. That's what keeps you present. Mike told me not to wiggle my toes when I drive, but in all honesty, sometimes I get a little nervous when I drive. I'm like, am I even awake? Because you're so numb. Like, it's so easy. So I do, Mike, sometimes take off my shoes and drive. Do what you need to do to stay here, because it works. Down dog. Left side half pigeon. Downward facing dog. Jump through, sit on your bottom, stretch your legs out in front of you, reach your arms up. Dig your heels down, send your toes up. Reach your arms up, 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 yes. Bend your knees a little bit so that your spine stays straight. You want to drop the E in ego so that you can enter into this pose. Reach to the outside edges of your feet. You might need to bend your knees a lot. So the key is ego wants you going like this, but you're going to keep your shoulders back. Stretch your heart through. So your belly isn't going to go onto your thighs. You're not going to flatten out like a pancake. You're going to guide your shoulders back to the brick wall. Keep your chest up and open. So you want this. So you want that same stretch, but you want this to come back. Keep that like that. Now reach your toes. Reach your feet. You're going to need to bend your knees a little bit. Hold the outside edges of your feet. All this stays back and open, back and open, back and open, back and open. Hold her accountable right there. Release, slowly lay down on your back. Take your legs straight in the air. Plow pose. Resist the temptation to move into shoulder stand. Entertain plow pose. In plow pose, your feet go behind you and the tops of your feet touch. That's plow pose. You can have your hands on your back like shoulder stand, but you're actually not going there. You're in plow pose. Your feet are behind you. Your feet are flat. You can walk your hands up your back. You can get a stretch there. You're always invited to breathe. That's an RSVP that I would recommend saying yes to. Slowly come back down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Really do it on purpose. Take your knees to the right. That's to the bathroom wall. Take your gaze to the left, to the yellow wall. Press your left hand flat. If a neighbor's by you, it's a community class, you could place your hand on their leg. They don't mind. Twist your spine. Switch, so your knees go to the left, your gaze comes over toward my voice. Press your right hand flat. Twist out your whole spine. Come back to the center. Take Shavasana. Place the cold stone somewhere on your body where you want to stay present. And then during Shavasana, focus your thoughts on this cold spot on your body and enjoy. Hug your knees to your chest. Roll to your right side. Allow the stone just to fall. Thanks. Rise all the way up. Sit tall. Open your palms and place your hands on your knees. Press your thumb and your pointer finger together. Meditate with thoughts of your thumb and your finger. Reach your arms over your head, press your palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Celebrate being present with 3 rolling ohms. Begin. Stay present. Stay awake. Namaste. Good job. So it was amazing having you all here. Come back again. You could place your stones in the little box by the bathroom, spray off your mats, bring them out, and just check in with me before you leave to make sure that I have you in the system. Thanks for coming. Have a great day. Good to have you. Bundle up before you go outside. It's cold. Awesome. It looked like fun. Sorry? Thank you. Holy.
I acknowledge
That was awesome. There were 64 people plus TP.